Hello, I'm Rachel Wade, the founder and creator of Pura Vida Your Life. And I help people who are either doing really well in life and they feel that they want more and they feel that their life lacks a certain sense of fulfillment, or I help those people whose backs are against the wall and they are really in deep despair of where they are in their life. So maybe you've lost your way and need to rediscover your unique self. And as a coach, I empower busy professionals to rediscover their uniqueness, gain identity, find their purpose and direction in life, so they can overall achieve happiness, health, and fulfillment in their greatest life yet, in all areas of their life. Essentially, I help people bring their whole self into the game of life. And what a game it is! So, are you ready to take your first step towards a happier and more fulfilled life? Well, this video is about the benefits of a spiritual practice. Now, don't get turned off by those words just yet. You stay tuned and listen in more. And I'm going to talk about that in more detail and also share with you 3 golden nuggets to improve your life straight away. And they are: number 1, feel more inspired. Number 2, letting go of unhelpful patterns. Number 3, remaining in your center. So in last week's Pure Video Life happenings and blog, I shared with you how I went from emptiness to unhappiness to heal and live a better life. It was my story that I shared with you. And previous to that, I shared the definitions of spirituality. So hopefully now with these resources, they've served you greatly and you've been able to gain an understanding of spirituality and a greater sense of knowing who you are, along with creating a deeper connection within and creating balance in your spiritual body. So today I want to share with you the benefits of a spiritual practice. And I want to remind you that your journey is not the same as mine, and my journey is not the same as yours. But if we do meet on a certain path, may we encourage each other. So I've already mentioned before that spirituality is a broad concept with room for many perspectives. But in general, it includes a sense of connection to something bigger than ourselves. And it typically involves a search for meaning in life. And as such, it's a universal human experience, something that touches us all at some point or other in our lives. People may describe a spiritual experience as sacred or transcendent, or simply a deep sense of aliveness and interconnectedness. Maybe you don't see the point in a spiritual practice, and maybe you're thinking, why would anyone be involved in any form of religion or spiritual practice? So, what is a spiritual practice, and do you have one? Well, I define a spiritual practice as something you do every single day that draws you deeper into who you really are by connecting you with your divine self. So please don't be put off by the word spiritual here. Spiritual doesn't have to entail meditation, cushions, prayer beads, chant books, yoga mats, or any such paraphernalia. A spiritual practice might be baking or gardening or running or knitting, playing an instrument, painting, hiking, meditation, golfing, yoga, tai chi, or writing. The list is absolutely endless. It's not so much about the form, but about the profound and connective quality of the time spent within it. It's whatever resonates with you. For me, it's breath work, meditation, incantations, exercise, journaling, expressing gratitude, visualizations, energy clearing, chakra clearing, yoga, chanting, shamanic ceremonies, and playing music. But most of all, just enjoy it. So the practice part of spiritual practice means just that. You do it daily, you do it over and over, it's repetition. It becomes your rituals. And this what makes it who you are, without the aim of ever stopping it. You practice your rituals as a contribution to your ever unfolding life on this earth. It can feel beautiful and compelling. It can be harrowing and agonizing, annoying and vexing, boring as hell, or as ordinary as a routine of brushing your teeth. Above all, it's your rock. It's the ultimate pillar of strength. It's steady and reliable as they come. My spiritual practices and rituals have widened and deepened over the past 12 months in particular, and they really support my outward spiritual path. There have been times when my spiritual practices have served me well on the toughest days and bring me such joy on the best days. They are a necessity for me to stay centered, grounded, and balanced in this ever changing world that we live in. So, before you start a spiritual practice of your own, firstly, you must admit to yourself that a practice is essential and something you must do. Next, you must carve out time, designate, and stick to the time for it. Often, this means letting go of something else in order to keep it alive. And many people find it easiest to maintain a practice first thing in the morning. But what does that mean you have to give up? Sleep or the screen time upon waking up in the morning as you reach for your phone? There are choices, and the choice is yours. Ultimately, you must summon the courage to make room for spiritual practice. For me, I have spiritual practices in the evening as well as in the morning, and my choice was to no longer watch TV. So I have time in the evening, and to go to bed earlier so I can get up earlier for my morning practice. So why not take inspiration to start your spiritual practice for these reasons? These are the benefits. It provides clarity during our overflowing and demanding days. It cultivates the attention required to complete our tasks. It lifts our mood. It creates a sense of steadiness and grounding in change. It keeps us afloat and even keeled, even in the most righteous emotional storms. It helps us see our lives on a macro level, and it also helps us to understand our lives on a micro level. It draws us into the simplicity of the moment, and it touches us so deeply that without it, we would feel lost or lack wholeness. It connects us and reveals true spirit. At this time, I can't imagine my life without the spiritual practices I've adopted anymore. I really couldn't. The deepening of my spiritual practices have helped me beyond my imagination in all aspects of my life. It's not perfect, it's not always easy, yet provides a sense of rightness, resilience, and joy to my journey in life. So you could start with my 3 golden nuggets to help you have a happier, healthier, and fulfilled life with a greater sense of balance and connection. So, number 1, feel more inspired. A daily time set aside at the beginning of the day for meditation or for reading an inspiring quote or some text helps us set the tone for the day. It brings hope and inspiration into our lives. And my top tip here is find a quiet, comfortable place to sit tall and enjoy the stillness and be present. So if you have a special spot for your meditation practice, that's wonderful. If you don't, any quiet place will do. You could even sit in nature. So relax your shoulders and release any tension you notice in your body, especially in the neck or the jaw or other physical tension points. But keep your back straight. So whether you're on a chair or a cushion, your straight back and alignment will support awareness and discourage drowsiness. So my top golden nugget number 2 is let go of unhelpful patterns. So a moment of reflection at the end of the day helps to take stock. So what were our challenges? How well did we deal with them? What could have been better? What do we need to let go of? And can we decide to try something different next time? Removing our unhelpful habits brings us to our wholeness. And find the joy. What can we be happy about and rejoice in? What did we do well today? Celebrate in our strengths is very important and counteracts any guilt or low self esteem. It brings us joy and helps us to achieve what we want in our lives. And my top tip here is keep a journal. Journaling is a mindful practice that's been shown to reduce stress and anxiety. So naturally, there's a massive pressure to be good at it. Well, to begin with, let go away with that. Try keeping a journal if you want to keep one. That's it. Never mind all those picture perfect bulletin journals on clogging up your Instagram feed. You know, how do these people have so many different coloured pens? How are they able to balance mugs of tea on their bedspread with minimal spillage? So perfect, isn't it? Well, your journal is for you. So find a practice that makes you feel relaxed, engaged, mindful, and cathartic, or whatever resonates with you, and stick with it. Never mind what you think a journal is supposed to look like. So, my golden nugget number 3 is remaining in your center. Being aware of our thoughts, our words, our actions during the whole day, as each one of them has an effect. And this can be practiced anywhere, at any time, while washing up, responding to an email, driving the car, meeting with a colleague. It brings a more realistic perspective to our life and being centered and fully present in any moment. So, my top tip here is no matter how out of control your day is, no matter how stressed your job is or your life becomes, the act of being present can become an oasis. It can change your life, and it's incredibly simple. Practice, practice, and being present will become natural. And here's how to do it. Whatever you're doing right now, learn to focus completely on doing that one thing. So if it's right now watching this video, watch this video, forget all the distractions that are going on, and pay attention to every aspect of what you're doing, to your body, to the sensations, and to your thoughts. And you will notice your thoughts if you're paying attention. They will jump to other things, and that's okay. You are not trying to force all of the thoughts from your mind, but by becoming aware of that jumping around in your thoughts, you have found the tool for gently bringing yourself back to the present task. Just notice the jumping thoughts and lovingly come back to what you're doing, what you're focusing on. Do this once, then do it again, and don't worry about how many times you must do it. Just do it now. Practice repeatedly in small, easy, beautiful steps, and each step is a wonder in itself. And each practice helps to find calm in the middle of the traffic of your life. So let's summarize those golden nuggets again. Number 1, feel more inspired. Number 2, letting go of unhelpful patterns. Number 3, remaining in your center. Your spiritual practice will enable you to master your inner life, your soul, the I. And when we have more insight to our inner world, we are more and more able to influence it. So it will affect what we say and what we do. This is transformational. We're then able to be in charge of our own life and the responses to whatever life brings us. We then can control our thoughts, our emotions, our behaviors, rather than they control us. It is very powerful, and bringing power over ourselves instead of trying to bring power over others. This will increase with a sense of satisfaction and happiness that we long for. And when we see the challenges of our own development, we can then be more compassionate to others as well. It also allows us to be of a benefit to our surroundings. So, how to create a deeper spiritual relationship with yourself, or deepening our spiritual connection, gives us greater balance in our lives. And I want to invite you to come to my free 2-hour workshop to create a deeper spiritual relationship with yourself. This will be held over Zoom on Sunday, the 25th of April at 4 p.m. And please register for the event and you will receive an email with joining instructions. And you can find the link to this event on my website, puravideolife.com, under the events tab. And you will see a link there to book via Eventbrite. So book yourself on, it's not too late, there's still some places left. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again for next week's Pura Vida Your Life happenings for insight, inspiration, and more golden nuggets to help you live a happier, healthier, and fulfilled life. I'd also like to invite you on a journey of empowerment with me. Sign up to Discoveries, my newsletter, on my website today, and start taking steps to improve your life. Or why not become a Pura Vida Your Life member to discover an even wider range of inspiring resources and tools? So Pura Vida Your Life, it all starts with you. So until next time, Pura Vida.